You're listening to today's inspirational message on the Proverbs with Kurt Bjorklund.
So Proverbs 3 ends with this exhortation, actually a group of exhortations. I'm going to call them 4 nevers if you want to have a good life. Verse 21, my son, do not lose sight of these. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, and they will be life for your soul, an adornment for your neck. Then you will walk on your way securely, and your foot will not stumble. If you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. I love that image. Sweet sleep. Not having to worry about something that is out of control or will be wrong. So what are the nevers? Verse 25. Never be afraid of sudden terror. Do not be afraid of sudden terror, of the ruin of the wicked when it comes. For the Lord will be your confidence, and he will keep your foot from being caught. So you never need to fear the future if you know the Lord as your confidence and the one who will keep you. That is something that is easy to say, hard to do, because fear of the future is one of our favorite pastimes as Americans, even American Christians, saying, well, what happens if? But this is like saying, if God is good, then you have enough trouble today. Let tomorrow worry about itself, because you don't need to fear the future if you know the God who is good. And so if today is your day of worrying about the future, you can get sweet sleep by reminding yourself that there's a wonderful sovereign God who is for you, who is at work in your future. And then it says this, verse 27, do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to do it. Do not say to your neighbor, go and come again tomorrow, and I will give it when you have it with you. And this could certainly be 2 different things, but I've put it together because this is really about delay. And so don't delay doing good. Don't delay doing what you have been called to do, because delay is really an avoidance tactic. Tomorrow, whether in Hebrew, Arabic, or Spanish, can be a ploy of an infinite postponement, is what Hubbard wrote about this. And to say that delay is an avoidance tactic is basically this, and that is it's a way to appear as if you'll do the right thing, the best thing, but in reality, it may be a way to avoid doing even the minimal thing. Your hope may be that the need will not present itself again in the same way. And undeniably, this proverb applies if you owe someone money or wages for work done. But it has a broader application as well, speaking to a willingness to help people in need. See Luke 10:25 through 37, or 1 John 3:17 through 18, and to just general assistance to others, Galatians 6:10. Certainly, you and I don't need to give to everyone who asks, even if you have the ability to help, because the person who will not work should not eat, 2 Thessalonians 3:10. But sometimes we can use those things as a reason to not have to give to anybody. And so don't fear the future. Don't delay doing good. Here's the 4th thing, and that is don't betray trust. Verse 29, do not plan evil against your neighbor who dwells trustingly beside you. Trust is something that is earned over time. And when you do something that betrays that trust, it doesn't come back. And so one of the ways you sleep well is by being for people when they don't know you're for them, when they're not in the room, when they can't find out that you said something or did something, and it will erode trust. One of the proverbs that's not a biblical proverb that I try to live by, and that is, don't say something about somebody that if they heard it said would not be good. In other words, I never want to say something about somebody that I couldn't say to somebody. And that's a little bit of what's going on here. Don't do anything. Don't plot any kind of thing that's going to hurt your neighbor when they've been trusting. So don't betray trust. And then We also see this, verse 31, do not envy. And this is a big concept, but it says, do not envy a man of violence and do not choose any of his ways. For the devious person is an abomination to the Lord, but the upright are in his confidence. And this means don't long for what somebody else has, because you don't know how it is with them in the Lord. It's easy to watch something like the show Cribs or Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, whatever generation you're from, and say, I wish I had that, or I want what somebody else has. But envy is a thief of joy because it's comparison, and it ignores the reality of what God might actually be working on in that person's life, because you don't know what it's actually like to be in their shoes, and you don't know their future. So the nevers here are never fear the future, never delay good, never betray trust, never want somebody else's life. And you and I can have sweet sleep if we practice those nevers.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.